Victor Galvan. Yeah, 24/7 mindset. Yeah, 24/7 mindset. Let's go. 24/7 mindset.
Hello, thank you for joining us for another episode of 24/7 Mindset. I am your co-host Tabito, and I'm here with Victor M. Galvan. Victor, how you doing today?
Then got good.
Good. Okay, Victor, you know our topic today is going to be about business relationships. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and fire off a question. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. What are some ways to build good business relationships, Victor? What are some ways to build good business relationships?
So, Jose, it all depends how you look at it, but you got to start with people to know you. If people don't know you, it's going to be hard. So the number one thing that I will concentrate for a company or somebody to use me is to know me, to kind of trust me. If they don't know you, they're not going to flow you, right? Mm-hmm. If they don't trust you, it's the same thing. You know, they're not going to use you. So I will concentrate, and number one, to be get them to know you and trust you. And then after that, you get in the door, you got to deliver. Because if you don't deliver, it will come to another step that is going to be hard for them to keep trusting you, right? Mm-hmm. Because they already kind of know you, they're going to test you and stuff like that. So now you got to deliver. And when you finish on time, you do what you say you was going to do, the next step is you got to over-deliver. And when I mean over-deliver is you got to do it better so you can get the attention, so you can get that trust. And to be able to get that trust, it takes a lot of projects, a lot of time, a lot of years. Don't do nothing stupid that it'll break them all down. Mm-hmm. And after you over-deliver, it goes back to you got to stay consistent. So if you notice, trust, deliver, over-deliver, and consistent. Mm-hmm. And why consistent is because they're watching you, right? Because for two things. Maybe they need you to support them to keep growing. Mm-hmm. Whatever the situation is, if it's you as a assistant, you got to over-deliver. Mm-hmm. Because that person that is your boss wants to keep going up, so he's watching you. Or if you're a company, they want to bring more jobs, so they need more good people that they can trust to help them push to get more work, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And to be able to have the power to continue deliver, because at the same time they're on the same situation with the owner, with whoever. They're on the same situation as you. So if you don't stay consistent, how can they scale where they want to be? But if you are consistent, now they can do a plan where they want to be, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, and then another question will come in: quality. At the same time, you gotta deliver quality. And when I say quality, is that it goes from how you talk, how you presentate, how your team presentate, and what the end result of your product or your deliver is, right? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, you gotta deliver with quality. And then the last one, which is the sixth step, communication. In between trust, deliver, over-deliver, stay consistent, the quality, you got to communicate and make sure the message is crystal clear, that there's no confusion for the relationship to be locked. And that relationship is there into you mess it up. Mm-hmm. So it's up to you. Somebody from your team can mess it up. You got to figure out how to bring it back up. For example, if we don't deliver, Victor will come in and support the team, and this is how we're going to deliver and over deliver. We'll give a plan where we fail, why we fail, how we're going to do to fix, what we're going to do to fix it, and how we're going to fix it. So you can bring that trust, but it was lost a little bit from your team. But if your relationship with the GC, with the owner, with your partner, with your friend, with your whatever it is, as long as you guys communicating, it will never go away. Make sure the message is clear and they understand why you fail. And the key is how you're going to fix it. It's not how strong you start, it's how strong you finish. That's where people wants to see
the end result.
The end result successful. Companies, people, and stuff like that. That's where results are tested at the end of the job. Because I can give you a sample. A lot of the times we go into a big job, everybody draws big money, they start with new machinery, new everything. So at the end of the job, now you don't have money to finish the job. That can help you not over-deliver, not deliver, nothing like that. So it can break that trust that that person, that company, that GC, that owner had to you. So make sure you keep that communication. Is one of the most important pieces of my six steps to relationship. So number one, trust, deliver, over-deliver, stay consistent, quality, and communication.
You have long time business relationship with people. Like you've been in business relationships for people a long time. How do you maintain those business relationships?
Yeah. So you light up something in me. It's hard. It's hard to maintain those relations, but when both parties are looking the same direction to grow, it's kind of easy, and everybody's committed. So I can tell you what's a good way to mess it up in the road. When someone did not understand the other one vision to grow. Because if this person, either the manager, the owner, the GC, is looking for bigger things and you're not, so you kind of holding him up. So he's going to keep going, and on the process, he's going to screw you, but he's not going to screw you. What happens is that he doesn't got time to come and lift you, because at the end of the day, you guys are working as partnership, right? As a GC, as a subcontractor, as a boss, as a assistant, whatever, right? So it's always hard to come back and pull that person unless your role is requiring that. But I'm talking more on the business side, right? So the other company is not going to stop and kind of give you your mission, vision, and core values and how you should do your business, how you follow me, how you should follow me, that type of thing, right? As a GC. So somebody can get hurt and you can feel like he took advantage, but really he did not have the time to come and pull you up, that type of thing. So that happened to me in one of the relationships of the company. I feel that the GC that was helping me on my growth, I thought they actually was screwing me, but I did not understand where they was going. They just didn't have time to come down and say, Victor, come up. So that's where I understand that there was it was a really good partnership, really good relationship between both of us. It's just that I wasn't thinking high enough to follow them, even though I built one of my companies kind of similar to their company, right? But that one way, and the process, my leadership lead was way lower than what they was thinking. So kind of I got locked down for a long time, and then it took me 2 years. So actually, I quit the company and said, fuck this. I'm not going to work for you no more. You take advantage of me. You do all this stuff. So I took it personal, which they was only trying to help and grow their business, but they didn't have time to wait. So, and then I come back after I went and worked for other companies. I kind of see, look, wow, I kind of need them. They kind of need me. We're partners since day one. They kind of helped me grow and all that stuff. So I went back. I went all in. And actually, I probably got a better leadership lead than that company. My belief is to go after $1 billion, right? Their probably belief is they probably got $1 billion in revenue, but they're like, oh, we got too much. We got too many problems. They're probably thinking how to shrink, something like that, right? But anyway, so that's why I aligned with some of these GCs so much, because my leadership went up.
So that brings me to my next question. How do you like identify that you're in a good relationship with a company? I mean, you just said something about like, you know, they were holding you back, or you could be holding them back. Is that one of the ways you identify being in a good company with somebody, in a good relationship with a company?
Yeah, communication. So they're always going to have meetings with you. They're always going to schedule meetings with you, and out of nowhere, they're gonna take you to lunch, to breakfast, whatever. Have a meeting, a get together. It's just to see where you at, right? So that's where they're gonna ask, hey, how you guys doing? How many guys you got? How much work you have in place? And how much revenue you're doing a year? And based on the manpower and all that stuff, they kind of know where you're at. And based on your answer, they know if you're struggling, if they really need to stop giving you some work. So for me, that's one of the key points right now. I identify right away. If they're asking me a question, they're worried about me. So now I'm like, why you ask me this question? You know, I got every motherfucker in town. I can do any job. I got 32 superintendents or whatever the situation is. Why you ask me the question like that? Just ask me straight.
Yeah.
Victor, can you handle this fucking job? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So because now my leadership is way up. So it just ask me the question, and I'm not going to try to take a job if I'm going to screw your company.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, I'll be screwing myself, right? My own company, because if I'm building a company huge to have good partnership with GCs and stuff like that, it's because I have the people, I have the manpower, I have the momentum, and I can get any job done. So I use a rule of three. This is a rule of three for me. So I use my name, I use manpower. When I say name, the company name, manpower is number 2, and quality. So if there's a lot of work, the market is flooded with money, is flooded with work. What are they gonna use? I don't need the name. VMG doesn't need to be out there, or VMG Mechanical, or none of the companies. The name doesn't care. They're gonna give you the job no matter what. The quality is so much work that nobody's looking at the quality. So you're gonna get jobs no matter what. So what do you need? Number 2. Manpower.
Yeah.
So manpower, that's when you kick in to do manpower, and how you do your job and how fast you can finish it, give it days back in the schedule to that company, so you can get the manpower to go and do the next one, because there's so much work that you just got to do it over and over and over and over, and you just rotate your people, you move your people around, because there's so much work. So don't worry about the name. You're going to get the job. They're going to come and say, look, I got another job. And you're like, no, you know, I can't handle it right now. All right, Victor, just can you do it for this much? And soon they send you a text. They don't even take a proposal. They don't even take a email. So you send them a text, yeah, it'll cost about this much. And these motherfuckers grab it, put it in an email, and say, hey, based on the text that you send me, here's the job, here's the letter of intent. And you're like, fuck, right? But at the end of the day, it's okay, because you already have a system that just, boom, gets it done, give them a month back in the schedule. So that benefits them, because they're also busy. They love you. They're going to give you the job. So you automatically keep freeing your people to keep doing all the jobs over and over and over and over. So now it comes the situation when there's no work, there is nothing out there. What are you going to do? Use the relationship, right, with your name and your quality. So at one point, you got to do, when things are in the middle, you got to use quality to make sure they still giving you work, so you stay consistent. You got to use that quality, and you got to use the manpower. So you will use the quality now and your name
to get work.
When there's nothing out there.
When there's plenty of work, it's all about who has the manpower.
100%. And how and what is the culture of your manpower? So my people, they know that we got to go. What is the next job? they're finishing one, and where is the next one? That type of thing. So that's how. That's how I set up those 3 steps, right? Name, manpower, and quality, and that's what I use over and over and over.
All right, let me ask you a question. All right, so I see that you said that you're working with bigger companies, right? Is there any like smaller companies that you work with that you try to help and bring up?
Yeah. So in this life, how it works, right? You up there, right? For you to keep growing up there, you gotta help. And when I say you gotta help, is you gotta support the local community. You gotta be a good partner with other smaller companies, with the local community, with this foundation, with this school, this district, and all that stuff. But what happens is there is a magical moment that comes in when you're helping companies being successful. And all the success of that company, who did it? They're going to bring your name. So now your name is more out there. So now you think you're almost at the top of the mountain, but now the counties, the cities, the towns, the owners, the GCs knows that you're really impacting the community. You really help this other guy that's your competition. So there's what? Wow, that's good. So they give you more work, more profitable work for you to make money because they see that you impact them. So they know that if you don't have the people, you fail, where are you going to go? You're not going to fail because you help somebody. And that person that you help, he's there for you. He will kill himself for you. So all you got to do is pick up the phone and say, look, I need you this place. And they don't mind. They don't care you using subcontractors. They hire you, but you can use another sub as long as you control them. They don't care. And they understand that. To be able to keep growing, you got to help others, that they may take your jobs, which is okay. But at one point, you get all the credit for that person that took your job.
Because it's under your name.
Yeah, because it's how their life is. It's not like you let them then come in. You teach them to be there, so later they can compete with you. So nobody's is killing the market. Nobody's lowballing. A lot of companies complain to me that we're too cheap all the time. Why we get all the work? That's not true. Probably we're probably higher most of the time. It's just that we have everything that the owner, the GC wants. And what do we have? The name, the manpower, and the quality. And we always going to over-deliver, 100%. So there's not a company out there that's doing what we're doing. Why? Because it's hard. It's hard to follow those fucking steps. It's hard to finish on time. It's hard to over-deliver. It's hard to commit, right? It's hard to communicate. Everybody gets so busy, but guess what? I'm not busy to communicate all that to my team, and I'm not so busy to communicate to the owners. At VMG, I believe that the relationship that we create with the world is so high. We got so much potential with Adolfo, my brother, Adrian, my brother, Joaquin, my brother, Juan, Chris, Ronnie, Jack, Matt, and all those. We got so much potential in this small business that we can open divisions based on the relationship with GCs, that we can open businesses in like Tampa, down south, like Fort Pierce. We don't want to go too much down. Jacksonville, North Carolina, Georgia. And the reason I say that, because everything is based on relationship and partnership, right? So what I'm really saying is that the relationship goes a long way. And if we can figure out a way to open everywhere, it's game over. We can take over the whole state. And that doesn't mean we're going to kick the companies out. That means we're going to bring more competition to those areas. And somehow they're going to make it hard for us. But guess what? As soon as we get in, we're going to take over. Don't let us come in. Don't let us take over, because as soon as we create momentum, game over. Game over.
Let me ask you another question, Victor. All right, so we identified that, but how about a bad relationship that you were in, a business relationship you were in, and how did you fix it?
Go and fix it.
How did you fix it?
Go and fix it. So there's never a bad relationship. Everything is your fault. No matter what, everything is your fault. The reason that client move away from you is because you force them, you push them. Somehow, somewhere, they saw something that was not going to benefit them, and they're going to move on. And there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. That's fine. Everybody got their own belief. Everybody gets tired of the name, the same people, the same quality. You want to test something else? That's fine. But at the end of the day, you got to go back and communicate to make sure if there's anything that you need to fix from your side. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why people move on away from you, why people don't like you no more, which is there's no problem. Go back, talk to that owner, talk to that GC, and see what's going on. Mm-hmm. And just tell them, look, I know you move away from me. I know you don't like us no more. Or I don't know if you still like us. I don't know. But I'm here to, what can I do to bring the relationship that we had before? Yep. Oh, no, we never lost it. We feel like we did something wrong. But if you're telling me we haven't done anything wrong, that's fine. Thank you for everything. But I just want to make sure we're clear that I'm here for you. Mm-hmm. Whatever it takes, I will do it for you. But if there's something that's holding you from choosing us, please let us know. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Let's have fun. Mm-hmm. We'll enjoy the dinner, whatever it is. If they don't want to tell you, it's because they already move on. That's fine. But at least you try to fix your relationship with that person. So that's how you fix. You got to show up. You got to go in front of that person's face and at least try to fix it. Mm-hmm. I know that my mentor would say, no, move on away, right? Mm-hmm. Because sometimes you affect people intentionally. How do you say it? Intentionally? Unintentionally. So, but you don't got time to come back and fucking try to fix it. No, yeah, right. But when we are a small town that we're not all over the country, it's easy. Everybody talks. And that person, that GC, that owner can put a bad name for you. I always say in business, the ones that treat you the worst, the ones that want to screw you the most, they're going to be your best partners.
Can you explain that?
So when you start working for these people, this is what I see. It doesn't matter what you do. If they have somebody else that they like, or that they want, but they have to use it for any fucking reason, they're not looking at you. They don't care about you. So they're going to do everything against you to screw you. And at the end of the day, because of that, you're going to commit and over deliver like 2 or 3 times, three or four times more than what you normally would do. So that is going to show in the future when they're like, finally, I don't need to fucking deal with these guys. They go back to the other guy, and they're like, wow, you will expose a million things on the other guy or the other company that they did not saw. But because they blocked themselves, they wanted that company so much, they trying to screw you, so you get tired, so you don't want to bid for them, so you let the other guy come in so they can take over. And half of the time, it happens. Mm-hmm. And they're like, they call us. They're like, hey, Vic, I think we fucked up. You guys always been a good guy, good partnership, good friends. We wanted you guys to do all our buildings. And we're like, hey, yeah, but, send us proposals, send us the drawings, and we can help you. And stuff like that. And we're like, fuck, we don't trust this guy, And you're scared because when they're going to screw you, but that's what I'm saying, your worst is going to become your number ones. Mm-hmm. That's why I said it.
Yeah. How does that work? So let's say, just like you said, the company doesn't use you, they use another company, all of a sudden they're like, whoa, we don't like this company. Can they, mid-job, cancel them out and have you come in and, finish
No,
their work?
no.
So they have to go through the whole...
They have to go. You know, it happened to me at Rollins College, where there's a company that was going to replace a subcontractor. They told me, Victor, I need you to come and finish the job. I say, I will come and finish, but get him off the contract. They're like, no, I got to keep him in the contract in case you charge me more. I'm like, no, you're not committed then to your success and to me. Because if you really want to get this guy out, don't screw him. Maybe he's missing a piece. Because what goes around comes around. Mm-hmm. And they're like, no, I can't do that. I'm like, I can't come and work for you. You show me a contract where you're not going to come after this guy and I come and do your job and you got to commit to my price. They're like, no, I can't do that. That'll be stupid. I'm like, that's my condition. Why I want to replace a friend, a partner, that we both are going to see each other bidding against each other over and over and over. Why I want to screw somebody like that? That'll be stupid for me to come and replace and then back charge you, and you're going to back charge this person, and he's going to hate me. No. They're like, wow, I never look at it that way. So they took him off the hook, right? And they're like, oh, Victor, now we got to finish with you. This is the money we have. I'm like, no. That's where partnership comes in. That's where relationship comes in. Mm-hmm. Let's figure out how to fix it without you getting hurt and me getting hurt. We're going to finish on time, and let's figure out how to get the money, right? But I'm going to help you, right? Mm-hmm. So I take advantage of that to show that I'm really there to support them and help them, and we're going to finish. And sometimes they don't got enough, and sometimes they bring it. I don't know how to wear. But what I'm saying is that there's situations like that, but I would not step in and replace my competitors, my friends, just because the GC wants to get rid of them. Because it'll be a point in my life that I'm so busy everywhere, and I got my plan inside. You know, I'm going to send my team over there this day. I may have another team, but not enough. And I got it in my mind, and this company's already thinking on moving away, but they don't know my story, so that's why it goes back to communication. So at some point, you're going to be weak, and at some point, this company is going to want to replace you. He's already talking to another company, and that company is going to come and replace me. They sign the contract, and then I bring the best man, and I'm like, what happened here? So I get kicked out, right? Mm-hmm. That's not right. I never been kicked out, but it can happen. It can happen. Yeah. But that's the only way that I will replace somebody.
Yeah. Mm. So you know, in your company, I mean, this might not make the thing.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So in your company, you guys are. I'm always hearing this with you guys. What's this like minority thing that I'm always hearing? Oh, are you guys a minority or something like that? Like, how does that work in the construction? I don't understand what that is.
So.
Sorry, I know it's way off subject, but I want to know. So.
No, so relationship starts from what are you doing in the community? And part of that is there's a lot of minorities that they don't know what they don't know. So at the beginning, I told you that you got to bring companies up so you can get credit, so you can get a bigger job, so you can get a more profitable job. That's where you bring minorities to help you. Mm. No, you to help, but to help you. And you got to go to the pains of life to be able to bring these companies up, which is no problem. You're going to get paid. You're going to get a reward. The state is going to recognize you, the city, the town, and you get the bigger jobs, the more profitable jobs, which is no problem. So your job is to always be helping, and most of the time you're going to be helping a minority. That minority can be a woman-owned, black, Spanish, and veteran, right? Mm-hmm. So there is a lot of times where you gotta build relationship, partnership with these small companies wanted to do it because they think they can do it better, but really they don't fucking know, because they don't have all the process and systems that takes to run a company. So that's why you got to come and help them so you can take the credit, so you can get the bigger job with more money. That's it. So yes, it exists. And you got to have a really good relationship with them because At the end of the day, you're their mentor, and somehow you got to make them successful so you can get the credit. You cannot take no credit if you don't help nobody. You can do a good job everywhere you go, but if you're not impacting and helping on the way, nobody's going to give you credit. Nobody's going to give you credit.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to know that 'cause I'm always hearing that sometimes when I'm in meetings with you. But are you guys minority? Are you guys minority? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How does that matter?
So I don't use it, man. If I want to use minority, I'm gonna retract, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So when I say I'm gonna retract, it's like if just because I'm a minority, I expect every motherfucker to give me their jobs. No.
Yeah.
I want to go at it. I want to have the same opportunity as everybody. I want to bid against people. I want to show that I can do it. I want to show that I'm fucking successful because I'm successful. My team, my brothers, man, those motherfuckers are the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
My brothers, man, they work so hard, man. These guys, man, good guys.
I thought I just
And you know, there's a lot of things in relationship that you just don't forget, you know. You just don't forget where you came from, who you impacted, how you impacted, where you left on the last job, why you're not taking the next job. And make sure you're always working together, always deliver, do a great job, build your trust, be ready to grow, and never stop meeting and communicating. That's my message, guys. Victor Galvan, 24/7 Mindset.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us on another 24/7 Mindset podcast. Great stuff right there, man. I'm glad we did this one. Relationships are big, man, in business, man. That's huge. You know, you need help doing everything. Nobody does it alone, and you guys should know that by now. But thanks for joining us, Victor. Is there anything you want to leave us with, or are you good?
At the end of the day, guys, people is going to use you if they know you. If they don't know you, it's going to be hard. So get your name out there. Make sure get in front of the people. Just support your local communities. See who the people you're working for are impacting. Go and impact them. Help them. Be part of that because you may touch somebody's heart right there and you can get a couple jobs. But anyway, at the end of the day, impact your local community and let's go.
All right. Thank you for joining us again, guys. See you next time.